Hey, what's up, guys? Let's talk about the trade we took on Baidu, where we made more than 127% return. Let's have a breakdown of that trade. Baidu was a 4 minute play, overnight swing, really a pure bounce play, and let's talk about it. All right. So Baidu has been selling up for a while now, if you can see in the daily time frame. But we're gonna go over on the weekly time frame and see why I took that trade as a bounce here, right? From Wednesday to Thursday. Right. So let's go to the weekly time frame. So I had a demand level on the weekly time frame that I was watching on Baidu. So Baidu has been on my watch for a couple of days now, and I was looking for a good entry on Bidu. So here I have my demand zone at this level, and I can have it here really quick. Demand zone. Right. So we are in nice demand zone at this level that I was watching. We're selling off and getting close to that level. Right? But I didn't want to enter just because we get into that demand zone. I just want to see the buyers hold the price above a certain level for me to actually feel comfortable to take that risk. All right. And as we're coming near that level, we had above the level I was watching, which is pretty much the low of the previous week. Right now we are on the weekly time frame. So that was the low of the previous week. So let me draw that level really quick. So it is here. So we had that level, right? But I took that trade near the close on Wednesday based on a daily candle that was holding above that level. Right, because the first time we actually came near that level this week, we actually rejected the buyer stepped in and pushed the price higher, but I didn't want to take that trade, so that was on that candle. So on Tuesday, we came near that level, retested that level, that was the weekly low, right? We tested that level, and exactly the low got bought up all the way from the 115.7 to all the way to near 174.7, 117.47, right? And that showed me that there was some buying pressure here, but I didn't want to enter yet. I just want to see, a whole day of the buyers being really present, hold and winning the battle of the day in terms of price action. All right. So that means I want to see a daily candle being green above that level, right? And that's what we had on Baidu. It was not really a plus setup, but it was just like I actually mentioned on the signal, it was a high risk reward trade. And even though because it wasn't a plus setup, but the reward was there, that if it was a good trade, we're gonna make a good return. And that's exactly what happened. We made more than 127% return on that trade, and it was worth 100% worth the risk. Right, so we had that level on that daily candle, and we entered on that candle, and we actually have in that gap and went all the way up to around 120, 121 price level, and we took profit. All right. So this was a quick, a brief explanation about the price action. But if we're gonna go over also the about the pattern and stuff like that to show you some extra confirmation. All right. If you go on the weekly time frame, all right, we can see that it was also not only it's a retest of that demand zone, but it was also a retest of the trend line that's also on the weekly time frame, which is here. All right. So we have a retest on that trend line. So we already bought that level and we're retesting one now. So now we have a retest of that level. So this is a really a location where the bounce was more likely to happen. That was really another indication on that trade here that actually incites me to take that trade. All right. So now we can have a total bounce on that level after the break, higher retest and higher. And altogether, we also forming some type of inverse shoulder pattern on that candle. So we actually on that formation right here. So if you want to talk about a pattern, all right, here, all right. So some inverse pattern at that level, not really pretty, but you see what I'm talking about. So that was really a brief view on Baidu. Right? It was all about the low or the weekly time frame because I was expecting somebody to show up, in the daily time frame. Actually, if you go to the 4 hour, we're gonna see we kind of forming some type of double bottom pattern as well. If I want to mention the pattern I'm seeing, right? So we actually forming some bottom pattern right here. So we have the neckline at this level. So we might break it, all right, and come and retest it that level and maybe wide. Let's see how it plays out, man. I'm watching Bidu anyway. So those are the pattern I'm seeing. If you're a pattern trader, that's the stuff I'm seeing. And right now I'm focusing on the price action, and the buyers had the low. That was the excitement I had to enter that trade and cut the gap up and have a nice reward on that trade. Nice trades, nice reward. Beautiful trade as well. All right, DM me if you have any question on that one.